Hi, I like to answer questions for students and readers and clients, and I've saved up a couple, so I have a number. Um, and a lot of these questions that I have for this time have to do with rules that people have heard about how to do animal communication, not from me, but from other communicators, other sources. And so I wanted to address them. So I want to say first that I just heard this really neat thing from Helen Mira, who's about 70 now, and she looks fantastic, of course. And she said, the older I get, the more I believe that we should just make our own rules and don't pay attention to other people's rules. And what I say is, and what do you feel in your heart about that rule? Does it make sense to you? Use your intuition. Your intuition's all about your heart. Follow your heart. So that's kind of what I told my students with regard to all these questions, but I'll just say them to you because you probably might encounter them. So the first one was that someone said people are saying that animals only talk in pictures and you have to use pictures when you talk to them intuitively. And so that actually makes me laugh because what I say is animals are masters at intuitive communication, and so in my mind, they're better than every other human on the planet. So how would you therefore logically say that they are limited and you have to use only pictures, you can't use words, you can't use thoughts, you can't use feelings, you can't do smells or tastes, sending them telepathically or intuitively because they won't get them. So to me, I don't get that. And I think it's actually kind of saying that animals are limited compared to humans, and I'm not sure that's really the statement that animal communicators want to make. So people might want to rethink that one. Okay, so another one that doesn't really make sense to me, none of these make sense to me, is somebody said, you have to take my class and do my training because otherwise you're going to be harming the animal. You have to learn how to talk to them intuitively or you're going to harm them using my method. And I'm like, okay, I frankly, I don't buy that. If somebody has integrity and they go through the normal, hey, how are you? Is it okay to talk? Just like you would with a person, they get a feeling that it's okay, or the animal says yes. They go ahead and talk, and what they do helps the animal feel better. The animal's acting better, happier, whatever. How is that a bad thing? How did you hurt that animal? All's I'm saying, okay? And then another one that I really, I don't go for any of these, obviously. You can tell that by now. Another one is you can't talk to an animal unless you get the owner's permission. Okay, let's deal with that one. You have an animal that's being abused by someone. You're never going to get that person to agree to let you talk to that animal. But that animal might need your help, and maybe at the very least you could say, I'm really sorry this is happening to you. I love you, kind of like what we're doing with the dolphins that are getting killed in Japan and stuff. So, at least you could do that, right? But you might be able to do more. You might be able to give them ideas about how to get out of that situation or how to manifest or who knows what, right? Another couple of ones, saying that you have to really spend a whole lot of time studying meditation to be able to do this. Not that one I can just put to bed right now. Intuition is like this, and you can be that good at it right away because all my students are. I have a really good success with that. Another one is that you can't eat sugar or drink wine. Well, that just doesn't make any sense. I no longer do sugar and wine, but when I did in the past, it never affected my abilities. So that one I can put to bed too. Obviously, if you drink 3 bottles of wine a day, you're not going to do this very well, or if you are a sugarholic, but a little bit, I'm not buying that. Okay, one other question that's not about rules that somebody brought up was, how do you tell somebody if you get something that you think is going to hurt their feelings or be negative or be wrong and be insulting? So that's a really good question. And so here's how I handle that when I get something like that. I always treat it as if it may or may not be right. And that's the way I present it to the person. So I go, look, I got, and I also am really vague and I tiptoe around it. So I'll go, look, I got a feeling that maybe your animal isn't super confident. It might be a bit insecure. Do you see that behavior? Do you feel like that could be true? And if the person says, oh no, they're just really jolly and happy and really secure, I'll go, okay, well, I'm wrong about that one. I don't know where that came from. And then the way you treat something like that is you treat it as a mystery, and you say to yourself, wonder why I got that. Because there might be a reason. Eventually, down the road, you might go, oh, I know why I got that. You know, maybe you made an assumption based on something from your own experience. Who knows? Anyway, those are my answers for now. And if you have a question and want to ask me, please feel free. And if you are interested in my training, I have a professional training program for people who want to do this as it's their dream to do this. And if you also just want to find out about my classes, you want to try it out, or if you want to do a consultation, you can go to my website, martawilliams.com. Thanks.